Hi, and welcome to Dark Wolf Savers. So, I've been lately doing some videos to teach you some things to do, and one of the questions I get a lot is how do we update the config simplistically? So, what many don't know is we simplify the config, the SD card, so that you're able to add your fonts in a lot easier. Okay, so how do we do that? This is what you should be seeing on your SD card. With darkwolf, you should see 19 fonts if it comes from the core, or less if it's not. You will see up to 18 plus the rainbow blade. So technically it's 20, but if not, 19 if it's on a saber. So why is it 18 on some and 19 on others? And it's because I've added on the cores from here the darkwolf font, um, so that which is an exclusive font for us. But if you get it as a saver, you can download it from the website at www.darkwolfsavers.com. So going into the major question we get a lot is how do I update my config? Well, first of all, you have to make sure you download Adreno as well as the latest OS from the Profi board website. Okay, so let's assume you already have the Adreno, you already have the Profi OS website. Web file, and you also have the drivers, which is Zadig, and everything is all set up already. So when you go to your main profile, I have mine set up on my desktop, so let's go there. Okay, it will look something like this, Profi OS. Okay, now it's important that you open up Adreno, clicking the Profi OS INO. Okay, when you do that, you're gonna get this opening up. Okay, we'll get to this part later. So you have your darkwolf profi. You want to know how to update it a little bit. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your SD card out of your profi core. Okay, insert it into your computer. It's gonna pop up on your system. Okay, in my case, it's G. Let's say. Okay, you can see your folders. Now, if you notice, you got bank one, bank two. This is set up this way so you don't have to rename the banks. Okay, now if you want to add, that's going to be a whole separate video. Okay, but let's say you just want to replace bank 19, right? So you just basically highlight it, delete it, and basically copy and paste your new font in there. And that's it. Okay, now if you want to change the color on it, on the blade, you can change the color basically by using the color wheel function. Okay, but one of the major questions is, well, how do I set up my config, and where do I find my config? Your config is stored here under SD config. Okay, let me just make sure I'm recording here. Don't want to do this all for nothing. Okay, so it's recording. All right, so your SD config is in here, SD card config. Okay, now you're gonna notice several things in here. One is your manual, so you can use this manual to basically know what to do. Okay, where to download Adrenos, where to download features, and all this other good stuff. Now, keep in mind, any alterations you make to your board, meaning resoldering and stuff like that, will void your warranty. It will not void your warranty if you update your config. Now, updating your config is simple, so it's not really changing the board itself. Now, if you do have errors, that's not our fault. You need to go to open source and see why you're getting this error. But most of the times, you can just check in here and find out what your error could be. Okay, so like I said, this is wiring and everything else. You even have instructions in here. Okay, so let's get out of here. Oh, here's the part. Oh, it went away. Hold on. Show you the part where you can download Adreno and all this other good stuff. Here we go. Okay, so you got the firmware updates and how to do all this. Instructions. on what to do, changing parameters and so forth, blade styles, SD cards, and all that good stuff. Okay, now if you have a 32-inch blade, you want to use this config. If you have a 36-inch, you're going to use the one that doesn't say 32 on it. Okay, I've also added one with a 2 switch in case you ever decide to add a second switch. Then you will upload this config. The config is already set up for you. All you need to do is make minor changes. Okay, so let's get out of that. The one you want to use if you have a 36 is this one. Okay, everything's already set up for you. Okay, your profiles, if you notice, it has the bank numbers. Now, if you want to add another folder, what I like to do is I like to go here, right under blade style, right, and do insert. Sorry, and this one, there you go. So not insert, sorry, hit enter twice, okay, because I'm gonna add a next line. And what I like to do, I just like to kind of go like this, copy and paste it to the next line, right? Line it up, backspace to make sure everything is just nice and clean, okay, and put it back. All right, now you have a new layer, and then what you just do is click here, change it to folder 20. If you have a sound file, you want to put the name of the sound file right here, okay? And let's say I want to change the blaze style to one of the other ones I have here, like yellow or red. Then I just kind of highlight it. Let's say, for example, like this. Say I want to use this blue one right here because it's already set up, or you can create a new one and copy and paste it. But let's say we're gonna do the simple copy because I want the blue style that it has on this one, and I want to add it to this config. So I click on the line for bank 20 and basically paste it. That's it. You have a new folder and you have a new blaze style set up. Simple as that. And then you're gonna save it, right? Save as. In this case, I'm not gonna save it, but save as, and it's gonna save to this folder. Now, what you want to do on your end is gonna want to go copy, okay? Go to your Adreno folder that we had before. Okay, in my case, I have it stored on my desktop. Okay, go to proffie OS. See where it says config. Click on that. And you see how I have all my configs in here? So basically you want to paste it here. So you're gonna want to go right click and paste. Okay. I already have my own set of configs that I use, so I don't want to paste it. But once you paste it, you're gonna get this file saved there. Okay. Do the same for the 32 because you never know when you want to switch to a 32-inch blade until OS 6 is out. So that said, now you have your file here where it should be, right? Now, let's say you want to make, whatever changes you want to make. So in your case, in some of your cases, you have a 26-inch blade. So you want to change where it says this section here. See where it says 132? You're going to want to change this to 76 or for 26-inch, or you want to save it as 114 for 32-inch, or 132 is for 36-inch. So in this section, which should be under 72, you want to change this to 132, okay? So you can put 132. Oops, 132, okay? Never change the one up here. That always stays 144. You only want to change the one by 72 over here, okay? And that's 132 for 36-inch, okay? Or it should already be in your config, 132, so save it. Okay, so we saved it. Make sure you save it. When you go to save as. And you want to make sure it's under the appropriate config, okay? And then save. Click yes. You want to replace it. Okay, so now that's saved. Now what I like to do is go right click, rename, copy, include the H, okay? Copy. Okay. Now let's go to Arduino. Assuming you have Arduino all set up, okay? We're now gonna take the SD card out from whatever SD reader you have. You heard that beep. You're gonna put it into your proffie core, which I'm going to do right now. Give me 1 second. I'm just adding my SD card back into my proffie core. Okay, while I'm doing this, hope you're caught up. Okay, proffie core in. Now, make sure you have a data cable. Okay, micro USB data cable. You're gonna insert it into the board USB gently. Do not force it. It does not require forcing. Insert your USB cable. You're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear a beep. Okay, on your computer. That means it registered the USB port, and you're gonna get devices ready, as you see down here in the corner. If you get that, then you want to go over here to where it says Tools. Go to Port. Choose your port. Should have this in black. If it's grayed out, there's no assets. The board is not registering. You need to unplug it and plug it again, or reboot it. But it's registering on mine as COM63 Profi board. Okay, now here are a few important things you want to do before you upload. Make sure your board says Profi V2 on it. Your USB type, I have it as serial, mass storage, and web USB. If it has web USB, it gives it access to web USB later on. And that's a whole separate video. Okay. Make sure your DSO FS is SD card SPI. Your CPU is 80 megahertz. Small code. The board is showing as COM port. And your program STM32 bootloader. Okay. Not ST link, but the bootloader. Okay. Now we have all this correct. Okay, you're gonna go not the check mark, but the arrow to upload. But you don't want to click there yet. First, you see where this define line is? Okay, you want to replace that with the one you need. Okay, so you want to, I like to highlight it like this and just paste what I copied over earlier. Okay, now you have your 36-inch blade set up. Okay, go to Tools, make sure everything is there, all good. Hit upload. Now you're going to hit upload. You're going to notice over here, see there's an error. So let's see what this error is. Okay, blah, blah, create file. Okay, so let's close it. Make sure. You notice I got an error, but watch this. Open it. Okay. Now, let's go to Profi again. Sometimes you just got to reload Drino. Profi OS or Profi OS INI, as I said before. Click it. It's going to open up Arduino. Okay. Don't need this right now. Scroll down. Make sure it has the NeoPixel 1X switch neo.h. Okay. Your COM port should be already chosen. Hit upload again. You notice I didn't get the message. Okay. So let it upload. This takes a few minutes. It's gonna verify first the data, compile the sketch to ensure the program code is good. Once the green bar goes all the way to the end, you're gonna start getting some red lettering here. Okay. If it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that means your board is not connected up here. But if it shows this, you're gonna see it. That means it's uploading. Notice it's 1%, 3%. That means it's flashing the board. Do not touch the board. Leave it as is. If you interrupt the board, you're gonna get not what it's called, what is kind of considered a brick proffie, but it's not brick. You just got to reboot it and redo it again, re-upload again. That's all it is. Many people think they brick their board or they damage their board. That is not correct. You can reboot the board and try to upload it again. Otherwise, you're not gonna get anything on your board functioning wise. All right, so let's let it finish, and you're gonna hear a sound when your board is finished on your board. That means the board rebooted, and you're gonna get the boot sound. Okay, it's 90%, almost finished. Listen to the sound your board will make. Okay, I've been waiting for this day a long time. That's what your darkwolf boards are gonna say once you upload it properly. Now, once you've done that, you can check it. Don't know if you're gonna hear the sounds off the computer, but let's see. You disconnect it. Okay, you're gonna hold your button down. You should get battery level indicator as your first response. Hold the button down again. Okay, that means you upload it properly, and you can test. You can put it against a blade to test it. Make sure your blade length is good. Okay, that's all it takes. All right, so you can then close all this out. But as I said, it's all good and tested. Let me know if you have any additional questions or anything that you need walkthrough. Thank you.